This is on a paper towel roll. Me improvising while I'm in Florida. Fit check, talentless shorts, bodysuit from Project Social T, bracelets I made myself, no shoes, necklace, vibe season. Okay. Hey, what's up guys, it's Sam. Today I'm just gonna do like a frequently asked question Q&A. So I've never done one of these on my YouTube channel, so I figured because I have a newer channel that I would do that, because a lot of times when I do question boxes on my Instagram story, I get a lot of the same questions asked, so I figured I would just make a video for anyone that wants to know like the basics. So I guess to start, I'm from New Jersey. Right now I'm in Florida. Obviously I'm visiting family right now. It's been great. If you hear like water running in the background, they have the little fountain on in their pool. It's beautiful here. I'm only here for a few more days and then I'm heading back to Jersey, but the weather is getting better there. So I'm from New Jersey. I went to college in Philadelphia. I went to Temple University. I was a psychology major and I played field hockey there. If you do not know that, I played Division I field hockey at Temple and was a psychology major. I started influencing and creating content last January. I graduated in May from Temple. Last May. My senior season ended in November and I had always wanted to create content. I always wanted to do influencing. I always wanted to do modeling, and it just so happens that both of them happened in the same month. Modeling actually happened first, which is so still crazy to me. I actually got discovered on Instagram, which is the craziest thing in the world. When I tell people that, I still can't believe it. A photographer that is now a very good friend of mine actually found my Instagram page, asked me to do like a photo shoot, and at this time I had just joined Reward Style, so I needed pictures for that. So I was like, yeah, like I really liked his work. We met up, we had a shoot. He thought I was like really talented and he was like, have you ever done this before? So of course I said no, and he was like, well, do you want to model? And I was like, yeah, of course I want to model, I just never knew how. He actually ended up setting me up with my meeting with my now agent, and now I'm with Reinhardt Agency. I've been with them for a little bit over a year now, and I guess like after that I kind of just had the confidence to full force do influencing and modeling. So after that I already had like some content from doing shoots for modeling, and that shoot I loved, so I had a lot of pictures from that, and I kind of just started like having my friends take pictures of me before we went out, or like before we went to dinner. I would have like one of my roommates come outside with me and they would take a picture of my outfit or whatever, and I literally just started influencing by posting that. So I guess that kind of was where I went to college, what my major was, and how I started influencing and modeling all in one question. My top two questions always, there's a bug. Sorry. My top two questions always are, how did you start influencing and how did you start modeling? So like I just told you guys, for modeling I got discovered on Instagram. It was literally like a dream come true. Right now I just do print modeling, and that's probably what I'm gonna stick with. So print modeling is magazine ads, things like that. So right now my main client is Boscov's, which is so fun. So literally I like do ads for their magazines. A lot of times I'm on the commercials too. My friends will Snapchat me like a picture of me on like their kitchen table in the morning when their parents get the mail, and a lot of times I'm on the commercials and stuff, so that's pretty fun. I really like the people that work there. That's a really fun job. So with COVID and everything, things with modeling have been pretty slow, because since I was newer, right when COVID hit, like not a lot of people knew me yet, or like knew to bring me in. Do you know what I mean? So like I didn't have a lot of connections yet, and now I'm starting to build those, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm also gonna start hopefully looking into other cities as well, because I am not tied down anymore with school, so I kind of have like free reign to go wherever. So I'm gonna start trying to look into other cities as well. I don't really know how far I want to go yet or where I want to go. No idea. I'm just gonna like throw it at the wall and see what sticks, I guess. That's one thing. For influencing is something I've also always wanted to do, and that's something we weren't really allowed to do with field hockey. So this is important. If you are playing a Division I sport, or you want to go to college to play Division I sport, just know that is amazing. I wouldn't have given it up for the world. The only thing is though, you have to kind of decide about influencing or Division I. I'm not sure about Division II or III, but because you sign your name and likeness over as a Division I athlete, you can't do brand deals when you are a Division I athlete. So that's kind of why I waited to do influencing until afterwards. So you can still post content and post outfit pictures and all that. You can't have a contract with a brand until after your contract with athletics is done of a Division I program. I don't know if that'll change in the future because influencing is becoming a lot bigger. I'm not really sure. So that's how it was for me. So just keep that in mind if you are planning on going to college for a sport. Oh, so right now I do live at home. So I graduated in May, like I said, and right now I'm trying to pursue content creating and modeling, and I'm just trying to save money right now. I'm not really sure like where I would want to move and everything. So for me right now, living at home is my best option, and I'm saving money, and I'm like just producing as much content right now as I can and trying to build up my platform. I am an only child, so that's kind of a fun fact about me. I don't have any siblings. I wish I did. I do a lot of good friends though, thank gosh, that are like siblings to me, so that makes up for that. And I do have a boyfriend. His name is Phil. He's literally my best friend. So people always ask me how we started dating. So Phil literally lived on my floor my freshman year of my dorm. So he was actually like my first best friend in college out of everyone. I mean, I was really close to my teammates and my girlfriends, but at this point I wouldn't consider them yet to be my very best friends. And like for some reason he ended up being my first best friend that I made at school. So him and I were best friends until our junior year, and then we started dating in October of our junior year, and we've been together for the past 2.5 years. Kind of crazy. I know everyone says like don't date your best friend. I did. It worked out for me. So far it worked out for me, knock on wood, but he's really great. So a lot of people also ask me how like my boyfriend is with me creating content and modeling and stuff, and I would not be able to be in a relationship if my significant other was telling me not to do something or trying to critique what I was doing. And he is very good at being supportive and letting me totally do my own thing. I do my complete own thing for work. He does his complete own thing for work, and I think that we have a really healthy relationship with supporting each other with what we do, because we both do very different things, but I think what he does is super important, and I know that he thinks what I do is important and that it's important to me, so he's very supportive of it because he knows that I love it. Yeah, so he's great. Got some good friends. Told you how I started influencing, told you how I started modeling. Let me look at my list really quick. Okay, here's a good one. Let's talk about campaigns. So my very first ongoing brand deal, ew. Oh, did you hear that? This clip just made like the nails on the chalkboard sound. Ugh, I hate that sound. Okay, wait. My first brand deal that became an ongoing monthly partnership was in March. So I started in January, so January, February, March. Only 2 months in is when I got my first brand deal that was reoccurring. My first paid partnership was, I want to say December of this year was my first paid partnership. So 11 months in was my first paid partnership. No. That's not true, I'm sorry. October actually. So October was my first paid partnership. About 10 months in was my first paid partnership. Could I have gotten a paid partnership before that? Probably, but I kind of really just started influencing, like I just started and I kind of figured it out as I went along. I think that I probably could have been more pushy about getting the money or negotiating, but I feel like because I was just starting, I was so excited about like anything that I just wanted to work with brands, you know what I mean? And that is something that is super important. And I want to make a video about this too, because it is so easy for brands to take advantage of you because you're like a little fish and they're like the big fish, you know what I mean? And like they think that you need them more than they need you, which is totally not the case. Influencer marketing is the new biggest way for companies to market, and I mean, I know that I put a ton of time and effort and energy into my content. I think of ideas, I write them down. Literally, I'll like roll over in the middle of the night, write things down for like content that I want to do, and I spend a lot of time picking out the outfit, picking out the location, the lighting, spending time taking the photos and executing the content to make sure that I really like it. So I know now that the content I produce is definitely worth money. So at this point, I do a few gifted partnerships, but the gifted partnerships I do are for clothes that I honestly right now don't want to spend the money on because I'm trying to save money. So for me, it's kind of like a trade-off, you know what I mean? Obviously, eventually I'm looking to only do paid partnerships. Right now, I would say I'm like 75%, 25, so like 75% paid, 25% gifting, maybe half and half. But like I said, the gifting ones that I do are clothes that I think are very high quality, clothes that I would be buying anyway, so in a way I am saving money. A lot of people ask me how I have gotten certain partnerships. I have reached out to a lot of brands via email. My one partnership that has happened the most organically I will tell you about is South Moon Under. So South Moon Under has literally been my favorite store forever. Like my absolute hands down favorite store. They sell Free People, they sell Levi's, they sell everything that I like to wear, and I have bought tons of stuff from them like ever since I was younger, you know what I mean? So I have tagged them in so many Instagram stories. I have tagged them in tons of posts. I've tagged them in a lot of different things. So so they ended up DMing me and saying, hey, we're starting an ambassador program. We think you'd be a great fit. Like, you should apply. So I ended up applying. We ended up negotiating something, and they're someone that I love to collaborate with. That is probably the one that happened the most organically. And I say most organically because it happened because I tagged them so many times. None of my partnerships that I have are not organic. I'm just saying that South Moon Under is the one that happened the most organically because of how many times I tagged them and they had seen my name that many times. Okay, one of the most popular questions that people are always afraid to ask, because I mean, I guess like if I were in any other job, this would be very taboo to ask, but I mean, I'm an open book, so I'm just gonna tell you guys. Where my income comes from is always like a question, and I totally understand because before I started influencing, I had no idea how influencers made money. I did not understand it at all. So let me break it down for you. I have 4 different streams of income. When I say that, they're not all huge right now. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that I will build them all up to be able to be a great income. But for right now, they're all pretty small streams, and I live at home, so that's fine. But right now I'm living at home trying to build them up. So hopefully this is what I can do, and this is what I can pursue full time. And this is what I'm doing full time right now. So I don't have a full-time job. So this is what I do full time in addition to modeling, in addition to having my own thrift store. Let me talk about my thrift store first. Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. Let me talk about my thrift store first. My thrift store, Shop Sam Souter, is an Instagram store. So basically, I love thrifting. I love sustainable fashion, and I wanted to figure out a way to incorporate sustainable fashion into what I was doing. And actually, Shop Sam Souter came before I started influencing or modeling. So this is like the baby of everything. But Shop Sam Souter is literally my baby. So it's a thrift store where I go and thrift all the clothes myself. I rework them. I pick everything out. I cut them up or distress them, things like that, and then I style them, model them, ship them out. So literally I do every single part of that, and I don't do a large quantity every week. I do a drop each week. It is a solid stream of income for me every week, and it is something I love to do. I can make more videos on this as well if this is something you're interested in hearing about. The next stream of income I have is obviously influencing. So influencing, I have 2 different breakdowns of where my money comes from. Oh my gosh, there's a gecko over there. I think geckos are so cute. Anyway, okay, so my 2 streams of income from influencing. One is reward style. So with reward style, when I have a swipe up link on my story, most times if you buy something through my link, I make a commission on it. When I say commission, it is a very, very tiny commission. I don't see who purchases it, but I do see what was purchased and the amount of money that I get. And when I tell you it is a very small percentage, it is a very small percentage, but obviously I'm grateful for anything that I'm getting through there. So anytime anyone buys anything through those links, I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it because it's helping me to sustain what I'm doing. That is one stream of income, and obviously the other one is influencer partnerships. So when I make a deal with a brand and I get paid that way, that is my other stream of making money through influencing. So reward style, influencer partnerships, those 2 are the money that I get from influencing. I have my thrift store, and then over here I have modeling. With modeling, obviously that's like a job. So you go there in the morning, depending on the time, you get paid. Sometimes you get paid no matter how long you're there for the full day. Sometimes it depends on what the job is. So right now with Boscovs, for example, I get paid a certain rate for a half day and a certain rate for a full day. Depending on when I get there, how much we have to do for that day, depends on how much I get paid, whether it be the half day or the full day. And I leave with the check to send to my agent. It goes to my agency, and then I get the remainder that is taken out. So usually how it works with an agency is your agency gets 20% or something like that, and then you get the rest as a check in the mail. So those are my streams of income right now. And obviously, like I said, this is like really what I'm passionate about. This is really what I hope to pursue. So right now, those income streams aren't huge, but I'm hoping that with more hard work that they will grow larger. So that's a little bit about me. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed that you guys would want to know. If there is, I can just make another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. It's @SouterSam on both, and I will see you guys next time.